This is Unit 3, Lesson 4. This is the second portion of the lesson where we are going to describe a rotation off the coordinate plane. So this is extremely important, that in order to get full credit for any description of a rotation, so say it said to describe the rigid motion that maps this T shape onto this T shape, okay? We would say that a rotation occurred, and we must include the center of rotation, all right? I must say about what point did the figure rotate. Okay, if I do not include the center, I will not get full credit for describing the rotation. Right, so the description must include the center of rotation. It could also include the angle of rotation and whether you went counterclockwise or clockwise, if you can easily identify the angle of rotation. Again, if you're not sure whether you should go clockwise or counterclockwise, but you are sure that it went 90 degrees or 180, then you can state those. If you're not sure, again, of the degree or counterclockwise, then just say there was a rotation that occurred about this point. Okay. So let's take a look at an example. All right, so again, we're just describing the rotation. So given the diagram below, do the following. Determine the center of rotation. So I see that this T figure has turned, okay? The order or orientation of the points, again, that is the order in which the points happen, are still the same. And if you notice, this point didn't move. Okay, so we have rotated about h. Determine the angle of rotation. Well, since that is our center, I will connect a pre-image point to that amount, to that center, and I will connect the image point to that center. So notice we have an L, so we know that there was a 90-degree rotation. So again, remember your choices are basically 90 degrees and 180 degrees. You don't have a protractor on the Regents exam, so you won't be able to measure an angle of 52.5 degrees or 58 degrees or 100 degrees, right? We're not going to be able to see those. We could only estimate, and that's not exact. So unless it's 90 or 180, we would just say a rotation occurred about point h. So determine whether this was counterclockwise or clockwise. So we are going in this direction, which is against the normal direction a clock would turn, so that would be considered counterclockwise. And that's all we have to be able to do.